G'day. Could isotourism be the next big thing in travel? Maybe. Isotourism. I'm not talking about the International Standards Organization. I'm talking about isolation tourism. Many countries around the world have their borders closed. If you do come into the country, you need to quarantine for 14 days. As a result of that, travel obviously has been decimated as an industry. Tourism has been decimated as an industry. So many countries are trying to find ways to restart their travel and tourism economy. One of the things suggested, and Phuket, I think in Thailand, is trying this, where they're going to try to open Phuket, which is an island, to international direct tourism, but you can't leave the island. You've got to quarantine for 14 days in your hotel or resort, and then you stay for, I think, a 2-week period after that. I guess the theory there is that they want to try and generate some economy, some spending in the local economy as well. And they're talking about maybe keeping a section of the beach blocked off from the rest of the public so that that is part of the isolation bubble. They're talking about staff having to stay in the resort, again, to avoid people coming and going and taking viruses in and out. So it's an idea that is on the table. And I think for an island location especially, it can work. The Maldives is one that really springs to mind as a perfect destination for isotourism. Because essentially when you get to the Maldives, you travel to your resort island. It's generally one resort, one island, and most people stay on that island for the duration of their holiday. So Maldives is perfectly positioned to become an isotourism destination. Anywhere that you've got an island that is manageable, small enough. Australia's an island, that's probably a bit big. Bali, also an island, also probably too big. Koh Samui, that would probably work. Or anywhere that you've got an isolated destination that you can get people in and out of, this idea of isotourism could actually work. Of course, it's not ideal, but given that some people are suggesting this COVID-19 thing is going to be around for the next year or two, it might be the only way we have to travel. And if that's the only option we've got, I think people will actually opt to take up that kind of travel option. The key is going to be, I think, not just securing a secure sealed bubble at the destination, but also when you get back to your country, you want to avoid a 2-week quarantine when you get back again. So there's going to have to be agreements between the countries. So the government of Australia would have to accept that the government of the Maldives has got a strong enough system in place that when their travellers go to the Maldives, they are in that isolation bubble essentially, and when they come back to Australia, they're basically still as clean as they were when they left. So it's an interesting concept. I think we're going to see a lot more of it. I think anywhere where you've got a remote destination, it becomes interesting. The question is going to be, are we going to be able to get over the logistics of it and the politics of it? The politics of it is going to be a tricky thing. What do you reckon? Isotourism. Do you know anyone who's doing it? Iso travel? Is anybody doing it out there? Let me know if you hear of any destinations that are doing it, because I'd love to find out more about how they're going right now. Alrighty, that is it for today. I do thank you for your time, and I will be back again tomorrow. See ya.